Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Sardar and welcome to another online battle from Warhammer 2, and this one is actually the final match from Exploding Hamsters tournament, which is the Blitz Turnier, if I'm saying it correctly. Exploding Hamster is a German speaking YouTuber about Total War. If you guys speak German, or if you are German and you don't know him, please feel free to just go out and check him. And yeah, we're playing as the Skaven against the Empire, and this is actually the final match. And we're playing a really nasty build, which, well, I'm not proud of bringing it, but well, sometimes you just gotta bring some cool stuff to have some fun. Anyway, so a front line of just Skaven slaves with swords and spears all across the line. This is our only infantry, and some Knight Runners in the front. 4 units of Rat Ogres backing up 1 Skaven slave each. And we get 2 Doom Wheels also backing slaves, 1 here and 1 here. And we get 1 Gracier of Ruin on top of his Screaming Bell, with just Death Frenzy, Howling Warp Gale in case for any flowers like Karl Franz or anything like that, Warp Lightning, Unholy Glamour, and the Scorch, pretty much the standard. And over here we get another Plague Priest with the Withering, Wither, with Wither, Pestilent Breath to summon some Plague Monks, the Scrying Stone for the extra damage resistance, and the Bless with Filth along with Plague Grass and Pipes of Piebald, which reduces charge speed and charge bonus. I don't know why I brought that. And I also brought 1 Plague Monk Censer Bearers back here because they have the contamination, lowering the leadership by 10. And yeah, I think they're gonna be a nice pick. So for my opponent, he has some great swords over here along with some flagellants, some spears, some crossbowmen, Karl Franz on a horse with both the Reichland Runefang and the Gal Maraz. He also has a Celestial Wizard over here with the Harmonic Convergence, Uranon's Thunderbolt, and Comet of Cassandora. The Silver Bullets up on the high ground, and you know how tricky the high ground can be. The Hammer of the Witch is also up here along with some Spearmen, some Crossbowmen. The Tattered Souls, a Flagellant unit, Unbreakable. And some Knights of the Blazing Sun hidden back here, and I think he's got the Zintler's Reichsguard back on this side, if I'm correct. Yeah, the Zintler's Reichsguard. So let's begin. I had to pause here because the battle map is really small, and your battle almost starts immediately. As soon as I see his army, I know, I pretty much know from the beginning that it's gonna be an onslaught. This is a really nasty terror bomb build. Fear along with terror from the Rat Ogres, huge monsters. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. The only way I think to counter that is like go with flagellants, which are pretty much unbreakable, so the terror is not gonna be that bad against the Rat Ogres, and actually have a lot of guns. Actually, Pistoliers or even Outriders are great for this matchup. I think Pistoliers are better because the Skaven are not that well armored. And Volkmar on his chariot for some counter terror is always great to have. I don't think Karl Franz is needed in this match. And yeah, the battle is gonna begin. As you can see, we're gonna engage on all fronts simultaneously, and that terror bomb, except the flagellants, is gonna be the real deal over here. Rat Ogres fighting Knights of the Blazing Sun along with the Doom Wheel. It's suffering some damage, but overall I think it's gonna be well. We terror out these guys, as you can see, and we're gonna collapse on these spears, which well, they're gonna be teared apart immediately. The crossbowmen actually did some work against these Rat Ogres over here along with the flagellants, and that's because I had too many units to micromanage, which I totally forgot about these ones. I could have easily just pushed through, go after the crossbowmen, and just shut them completely down. Over here we're getting some damage on my Gracier of Ruin, and that's because I tried to summon a guy over here, a Plague Monk unit, but yeah, it's over here. But I was trying desperately to summon him, but the spell wouldn't go off. Finally it has gone, so we're now free to go after the Silver Bullets and the Hammer of the Witches. These flagellants over here are holding quite nicely, as you can see, but in the end they will collapse. Doom will also terror routing these great swords over here along with some other Empire forces. No, it's just my own guys. Yeah, the slaves are wavering pretty much almost always. And yeah, the Plague Monk Censer Bearers, how many kills? 23 on those great swords, so quite decent, quite decent. Karl Franz is gonna have, it's gonna see an opening over here going after my Plague Priest, which I'm gonna notice, so I'm just gonna try to get him out of there, and I'm just gonna get some Rat Ogres coming back in order to engage with Karl Franz, and with their mass shut him down completely, and that armor piercing is gonna be a lot helpful. The Summoned Plague Monks just destroying the Hammer of the Witches. On the other side, some terrified rats, but they're gonna be coming back. The Flagellant's still here, down to 28 models. I cleaned up, no I didn't, Knights of the Blazing Sun are still here, but in the end they're gonna just collapse as well. The Screaming Bell is going after the Silver Bullets over here, like, look at that, just look at this picture over here. Oh, and I dropped a spell, I tried to time it. Did I time it correctly? Oh, I did. I timed a nice Scorch over there. As he was advancing, we get a full damage, and the Screaming Belt is just gonna completely keep on chasing. So across the field, it's just scattered Empire forces, and yeah, the balance of power heavily in my favor. Karl Franz fighting all alone over here against Rat Ogres, and the Doomwheel. More Rat Ogres are gonna be engaging against the Zintler's Rights Guard, which have been forgotten in the back. And yeah, they're not gonna like fighting Rat Ogres over here along with the Gracier to provide some buffs, which is the Blessed with Filth. So these guys' stats are gonna drop dramatically. Both are weapon damage and the rest, like leadership and stats. And yeah, the Celestial Wizard in the back engaging some rats. It's really not much I can say about this build. It's just click to go forward and never stop. And eventually everything is gonna break. And yeah, this is exactly what happened. The Sensor Bear is gonna go after the Great Swords over here and just give them some business, and the battle is gonna end. So I am the victor of this tournament, and as I said, I think in the first match or even in the others, this is a league, so I'm just progressing through the next phase for the grand finals. So that is quite awesome that are gonna be participating in the next one, and I can't wait for it. Yeah, quite a brutal build. I'm not proud of that. I don't like going so brutal in some of my matches, but I said, why the hell not? I saw this build on another tournament. I think Ceramis, when fighting Dav, used somewhat of the same, and yeah, it was quite formidable, I might say. Over here, Sifu, he actually saw my army because I broke the rules. I brought 2 Screaming Bells. I just forgot about the limitations, so I had to go out and I had to bring the exact same army. But Sifu didn't try to counter me, because he could have brought more Flagellants like Pistoliers and stuff like that to counter the Doomwheels, Rat Ogres, and all of these things. But well, he didn't. So yeah. I don't know what to say. He should have, like I would have done it, but Sifu is obviously a poor lad of faith, and he didn't give a crap. Like, he just wanted to have some fun, which I also like. So quite a nice GG to Sifu over there. Quite a nice lad. I really like that. Anyway, this Great Sword was actually 109 kills, but yeah, it was mostly slaves, so it's really not that worth it. It's actually quite low. 100 kills on slaves. It's really, really low. Crossbowmen didn't do much. Actually, one of the two managed to beat up the Rat Ogres quite hard, but overall they weren't able to do much. And the summons were just painful, shutting down the cannons and the silver bullets. So yeah. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed, guys. More are gonna be coming. Feel free to leave a like or subscribe. Feel free to hit the notification button. And also check out Exploding Hamster, and yeah, I'm gonna be seeing you next time. Bye bye.